Okay, so last stream I ended it off at a kind of weird spot because it was really late at night and we were about to go to the trial. But we're gonna jump straight into here. So, we're going to start mid-chapter, which I know is kind of weird. So hopefully a lot of you have seen what happened last time during the investigation. It's giving you a summary at the bottom, but I will also give you a summary too. So chapter 4 happened. We opened the new area of the island, so the other island, and it was like this fun little fairground type place. And there was like a roller coaster. We all went on the roller coaster, and then there was a section with like Usami's old house, which is now run over, like taken over by Monokuma. And then we went to this area called the Fun House, and then Monokuma drugged us, put us to bed, and we woke up in this. We woke up in the Fun House, inside this strawberry part of the Fun House. And because it's a fun house, there was some kind of weird gimmicks to it. So there was like one side of the fun house which was strawberry themed, and one side which was grape themed, and then it had this huge tower in the middle. And like the first part of the chapter was us getting used to the layout of, like, they really wanted to drill in the like how it was laid out. So the strawberry part, the grape part, and then it kind of met in the middle. I think I have a drawing of it. Let me go get it. Because I thought about it a little, and I couldn't really think of a good way it's laid out. So the game essentially... Where is it? Where did I draw it? Oh, my VLR stuff is still here too. Oh, maybe I drew it at the back. No? They didn't give you the blueprints? No, because it's part of the trial. So basically, I could draw it. I could try and draw it again if I had my pen. Where did I put my pen? Again. All right, getting a pen. Be right back, chat. It did give you a drawing, like, but it didn't give you it as a truth bullet, so I can't show it to you. So basically you had, okay, it's like the pen isn't working. You had the tower, then on one side you had like a hallway, and then it was, I think it was rectangular. On the other side you had a hallway, and I think it was a hexagon. So this is strawberry, and then this was grape. So this was the layout of the funhouse, not that. So you had the strawberry part on the first floor, and then you had the tower in the middle, and then you had the grape part here. But so that's what they kind of wanted you to think that, and that's the drawing that they gave you in during the whole investigation. Is it kind of looked like that? Makes sense. No, it's not there. It's not there. My handbook. They'll probably show it to you during the trial, so you'll get to see it. So we got used to the layout of the funhouse. So there was two different sides. There was the strawberry part, there was the grape part. All the girls stayed in the grape area, all the boys stayed in the strawberry area, apart from me because I lost the the rock paper scissors contest, and so I had to stay in the grape house with the girls. And then there was an elevator that goes between the two, so you can't go from the strawberry part of the fun house directly to the grape part without taking the elevator. Like, you can't go through the tower, which was kind of weird. You have to take the elevator. Sounds like, yeah. Well, initially they were just like, oh, I guess you have to sleep in the lobby, and then Chiaki was very nice and let us stay, invited us. Chiaki and, anybody else invite us? No, I think it was mostly just Chiaki. Anyway. And we were getting used to the funhouse, and Monokuma eventually said that we will have to stay in the funhouse until the next killing happens, which was fine except for the fact that there wasn't any food. There was water, but there wasn't any food. And so after a couple days, we started to go kind of crazy. Sonya especially kept wanting to eat people's faces, and it was getting kind of weird. We started to get really sluggish to the point where we couldn't move around, and it got really bad. But in the strawberry part of the funhouse, there was this area called the Final Dead Room, which it sounds very menacing, and it looked very menacing. I think it had a clown face on it, if you looked at it from the strawberry house. And apparently if you went through the Final Dead Room and you beat the Final Dead Room and the competition that was in there, you would be granted the ultimate weapon. They didn't say anything about food. You would be granted the ultimate weapon. So they made us make note of that. And then, after a couple days of being very, very hungry, eventually we went down to the tower. We had to go down to the tower every morning and do Monokuma yoga. Something dumb he made us do at 8 in the morning every morning. So after a couple days of that, Monokuma Tai Chi, that's it. Yeah. So he made us, it wasn't yoga, it was Tai Chi. He made us do Monokuma Tai Chi. So the girls went down to do Monokuma Tai Chi, and I went down with them. And then we found Nekumaru's body, his robot body, broken apart on the ground. And it was really shocking, because I really wasn't expecting him to be the person who died. Yeah, I know, right? Nekumaru's robot body. So let's start now that I've said that. Let's start looking at the handbook. Not the handbook, the truth bullets. So the victim is Nekumaru Nidai, aka Mekumaru, after his robotic transformation. His body was discovered in the Great Tower, which is inside the funhouse. His head is severely damaged and beyond repair, so that shall be considered the cause of death. Despite the fact that his arms and legs are dismembered, these limbs were actually designed to be detachable, and it seems they separated due to a severe impact. Aside from that, several other areas of his body are damaged. Because of this, many of his functions seem to be shut down. Okay, so his body was discovered in the tower, and it was accessed from the grape side part, so the hexagonal side, which is the right side in the diagram that I drew. But what the killer's done, the killer has broken the elevator from the grapes part, so it's stuck at grapes, at the grape part of the tower, which the killer, which makes us think that the killer has to be in the grape part of the tower, if the elevator is broken. Not only that, the other side to the door, inside the grape tower, you have a door to the strawberry. You have a door with a strawberry on it, and you have a door with a grape on it. And the side with the strawberry has these chains locked, and it's locks. So the chain was wrapped around the handles of the door at the back of Grape Tower. For some reason, the killer was able to enter the tower from the strawberry hall still. The pillar was tipped over, so there are like these two big pillars on one side and two big pillars on the other side. One of the pillars was tipped over, and it has Nekomaru's blood, more like his oil, like plaster all over the pillar. Now, initially it was made to believe that that was the murder weapon, but we can't lift it, so that's probably not the murder weapon. And I assume that it might have fallen on him, but I know that the pillar did not fall on him because the pillar fragments were only underneath him and not on top of him. So this is also my speculation as well. I'm including it as part of the case. Wolfie, you're great. I hope you're doing well today. It's good to see you. Thanks for being sub for 5 months. I'm glad you made it before I started the trial. You're great. Anyway, let me keep going and then I'll say hi properly, Wolfie. So the pillar fragments are only underneath Nekomaru's body, not on top of him. Which means that the pillar couldn't have fallen on top of him, otherwise there'd be stuff on top of him. That's my speculation, but I imagine that's what they're trying to get at. There was also a hammer on the floor, but it's completely clean, doesn't have any blood on it, so it's probably a red herring. That's my guess for that. There's oil on the floor flowing out of Nekomaru's body. Okay, so part of Nekomaru's bodysuit, if you weren't here for the last stream, it has a feature on the back, I think the back of his neck, yeah, the back of his neck, called the good night button, and this is how he sleeps. When you press the button, it just completely shuts him off, and he's forced to enter sleep mode, so he goes to bed. And that was, like, broken open, so it assumes that somebody must have broken into the back of his neck and pressed the button. I don't know how, though, because he's a giant robot guy. So I don't know who managed to get the jump on him. That part I still haven't figured out completely. Because my mind is also on other things, too. Now, this thing, this wire changed a lot for me. So Nekomaru's body and left leg were tied with a metal wire. And then the tip of the wire was also tied into a loop. And when a wire is tied into a loop, and hanging and like attached to someone, that makes me think that he was hanging from somewhere. So he wasn't just tied up. If it was tied into a loop, he was probably hanging from somewhere. So my guess is that he was hanging from the pillar. The killer probably pressed the goodnight button on him somehow, and then managed to hoist him up on a pillar, and then tied him to it with the loop. And then and then I'll get to what happened afterwards. So during the at 5:30 a.m. the alarm on the wall clock of the lounge in the Strawberry House, the second floor, started going off. So like the alarm started ringing in the Strawberry House. Fuyuhiko was there, and so was Kazuichi and Gundam. They were also there to try to turn it off. Now, after that happened, there was another loud sound that probably came from the tower, and that, I think, is probably what happened is Nekomaru's alarm was probably set as well, and I'm guessing that Nekomaru's alarm went off at the same time as this one, because he has a clock in his chest. I don't know if they show that in one of my truth bullets. Here, yeah. So here there's a clock in his chest that can't be altered, so it's like a radio clock. But it also has an alarm. So my guess is that this alarm was set at the same time as the other alarm, and then when it rang, it caused Nekomaru to struggle, and then that's what caused the pillar to fall over, and then that's what killed it. That's my guess as to what happened, in terms of the actual murder happening. But again, that's speculation. There's this broken doorknob which I don't understand. This is on the from the grape part of the tower. So like when you enter the tower, there's the two doors. You have the strawberry door and the grape door. That's behind us. But when the grape door's open, you can't see it. But when we went round to the other side and we looked at the grape door, the handle was broken off. So this handle is from there. It also has scratches on it. I don't know what that signifies yet. Another thing that happened that's important is at 5 in the morning, Fuyuhiko was awake. Fuyuhiko was awake and Strawberry House at 5 in the morning, and he saw Nekomaru go downstairs, walking towards the first floor of the Strawberry House. Yeah, we're at the trial. I'm just giving a summary of everything. Mostly for everybody else who hasn't seen it yet, and mostly to refresh myself on everything, just to make sure that I remembered everything. Nekomaru died. So this happened at 5 in the morning, or what I thought was 5 in the morning, until Monokuma made a... I don't think this is a truth bullet. But Monokuma, when we went down to do Monokuma Taichi at 8 AM, we were on time, but Monokuma said that we missed it. And that hinted me at the fact that maybe the time on these clocks were altered, so that when this rang at 5:30, it was actually 7:30. And then when Fuyuhiko saw Nekomaru walk downstairs at 5 AM, it was actually 7 in the morning. Because that's when... Taichi was at 7 in the morning, I think. That's when the Taichi was supposed to happen. And because Nekomaru has his own clock and that wasn't altered, Nekomaru was able to go downstairs while the rest of us thought it was 5 AM. That's also speculation, but I'm pretty sure that's true. I don't see why else Nekomaru would just head downstairs. His radio clock was also broken at 7:30, and the alarm was set to 7:30. Which also hints to the fact that I think like the alarm waking him up in the struggle is what killed him, and the fact that the time was altered is shown by the fact that it was 7:30 here when we got to the tower at 7 in the morning. A Sherlock hat? I don't have a Deerstalker. I wish I had a Deerstalker, but I don't have a Deerstalker, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd totally wear it. I have a peacoat, but it's too hot to wear a peacoat. So not only was the elevator broken to get between the Strawberry House and the Grape House, but the button leading that you have to press in order to get into the tower from the Strawberry side was also broken. Which means that the killer must have left through the Grape House area in order to get out, unless they went all the way around the other side. Either way, the Strawberry Hall button is broken. The elevator is broken, as I said. Yeah, it was broken on the Grape House. On the Grape House side, but the last person to use it would have arrived at Grape House. So that made me think that it must have been someone who was at Grape House. But then something weird happened, and that was after where is it? Nagito, during the investigation, Nagito went and did the final dead room. Cleared the final dead room, which was very fun, by the way, like an escape room. And then all of a sudden, even though the final dead room is on the Strawberry House, he ended up at Grape House somehow, even though the elevator was broken for some unknown method. He didn't tell us how, but he just appeared there, which makes me think that there was a way through, if you go through the final dead room, you can get from Strawberry House to Grape House, and that is what the killer used in order to if the killer went through the final dead room, that is what the killer used in order to mess everybody up in terms of transporting from Strawberry House to Grape House, and that's how they planned the murder. That's what I'm assuming. Now, the thing that I have yet to figure out, and the thing that is making me most confused, is... Okay, so I need to draw this out. During the trial, they'll explain it too, but basically in the tower, you had the 4 pillars, and then you had this pillar fallen over, and then Nekomaru's body was hit. When you entered from Grape House, it looked like this, right? So those are the 4 pillars. I hope you like my drawing. And then the N is for Nekomaru. So that's when you entered from Grape House. But when you entered from Strawberry House, it had the exact same layout with the let me draw again. So like you enter, okay. So you enter from Grape House, and it looks like this. So you have the 2 pillars on this side, then you have this pillar, and then you have the broken pillar, and you have Nekomaru's body. So if you enter from Strawberry House, you're expecting it to look like this, but instead it looked like this. And it was confusing because it means that the layout of the fun house is not what I originally thought. And so I'm trying to move it around in my head to figure out exactly what the layout of the fun house is. And I'm sure it will come up in the trial, and I'm sure it will be answered in the trial, but I want to figure it out before it happens, and I can't figure it out because I tried moving it around every which way, and I'm just, I don't know. I don't know how the hallways are attached, or like what happens when you take the elevator. So another thing that happens when you take the elevator that Kazuichi pointed out is the elevator is supposed to, where is it? Kazuichi's account. So the elevator, originally, I thought, is supposed, or the game makes you think, that when you take the elevator from Strawberry House here, so let's say this is the elevator, it takes you across to Grape House. So you end up in Grape House. That's what the game made you think. But apparently when you're in the elevator, he took a compass into the elevator. And when you take the elevator, the needle spins 180 degrees while it was inside the contact elevator, which means you've turned around as the elevator journey happens. So combining that with the fact that the funhouse layout is different is just interesting. I don't know exactly how it's laid out, and the killer has used that layout to their advantage in order to plan the murder. And I'm trying to figure out exactly how they did it. I know that they can get between Strawberry House and Grape House. That's how they were able to set up everything. I just don't know how it's laid out. And I don't think I'll be able to figure it out until I get to the trial, until I get to that part of the trial. Nagito knows. It's a shame he doesn't want to tell us. But yeah, I think that's basically everything. I don't think I missed out anything. Oh yeah, Akane heard the rumbling noise, so that's when the pillar fell over. We heard it too. I think everybody else heard it. I don't know. But we definitely heard it. Yeah, I got so upset. Because we got to play as Nagito during the investigation. We did the final dead room. We got all the way to, what did they call it? What was the name of the room after you clear the final dead room? The Octagon, that's it. So we got to the Octagon, which is like this huge weapons cache. And that's where the ultimate weapon was, which is apparently what the killer used during the murder. And then there's this little window in the Octagon that's probably looking outside because it was like blue tinted or something. I don't know what was through the window. But Nagito goes up to the window and it's like the game doesn't show us what's through the window, and then Nagito's like, oh, I see now. I see how the murder happened. And then it cuts back to Hajime. And I was so upset because the whole point of us going through that room was for us to figure it out during the investigation. Yeah. I was so upset. I actually said, I bet you it cuts back to Hajime, and if it does, I'm gonna be so upset, and it did exactly that. Anyway, yeah, so that happened. Well, they'll talk about it during the trial, but I think that's everything. I think I have a good idea about how the murder was committed. I just don't know about the funhouse layout. I think I know how Nekomaru was able to get there himself. I don't know how the killer managed to ambush him to press this button. But I think I have a good idea on a lot of other things. Mostly everything. So we'll see. Oh yes! And my major sus is Kazuichi right now. Because, one, this case is about robots and he's the ultimate engineer. Two, he has knowledge to break elevators if he wanted to. Break buttons and stuff like that. Like, he's the perfect person to do it. He was being really weird during the investigation. Like, he was really untrustworthy towards everybody. He's like, I don't want to trust, especially me. He really didn't want to trust me. He thought I was the traitor. He's like, he's being really untrustworthy towards me. So if anyone can mess with Nekomaru, it's Kazuichi, being the ultimate engineer. And then there was a reason why the killer had to be from Strawberry House. What was it? I guess it doesn't matter if the killer can... Oh, because of the final dead room, maybe? I don't know. No, I guess... No, there was another reason. I'm trying to remember now. Maybe that changed. Maybe that changed after I found out that the killer can go between the two without the elevator. Oh, I guess not. Okay, maybe not. Record for the guesses. I guessed Tero. I guessed Peko, and I guessed Mikan. I didn't think Pekko was gonna be right though. I just got kind of lucky with that. But Kazuichi seems like the obvious choice again. So I don't know. If it's Kazuichi, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Kazuichi though. I can't see it being anybody else. Like out of the alive people, like it's not Nagito. It could have been Nagito, except for the fact that we played as him. Like so I know kind of what he's thinking. It's not Nagito. I don't think it's Gundam. I'm pretty sure it's Kazuichi. It's not Sonya. She's too innocent and she went crazy during the starvation period. It's not Chiaki. Akane was really affectionate towards Nekomaru, so like wants to avenge him and stuff. I don't think it's Akane. It could be Fuyuhiko, but he was really helpful during the investigation, and I don't think it's him. He doesn't have a vengeance against Nekomaru. Like he was happy at the fact that Nekomaru returned to us. I don't see why he would want to kill him. Yeah. So I don't think it's Fuyuhiko. Like there's similarities between the two in terms of they got injured and they were brought back. Nekomaru died. It's not Hiyoko. Maru's dead, Mikan's dead, Ibuki's dead, and Pekko's dead. So like, I don't know. Kazuichi seems like the obvious choice. I can't see it being anybody else. But we'll see. You never know. But I think that's everything. I think I've gone over everything. When they do the trial, they'll start talk. They'll give summaries and stuff like that for anybody who did miss it. I think I set my stuff saved. And then it will also give me good reminders for everything because it's been a week. But there you go. Sorry if that took a while for those of you just waiting for the trial to start. I was here last time. I just wanted everyone to be caught up to speed so that they could all enjoy the trial when it happens. And so I will be reminded of everything. Yes, I was also stalling for Wolfie too. But are you guys ready for the trial? Sorry for the wait. Are you guys ready now? This is gonna be fun. I think this is gonna be a good trial. I did. I know, Zero. You guys are ready? Alright, let's do it. Let's do it.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
I know, some of you have been waiting since Sunday. So, sorry if it was a quick explanation, Viri, but during the trial, they'll give summaries too for everything.
Arguments for who the killer is, and vote for who done it.
Do you know how Danganronpa works, Viri? In terms of like how the game is played?
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
So Monokuma just said. Okay.
I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go. Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me.
Yeah, so earlier in chapter 3, Nekomaru stood in front of Akane when Monokuma was about to fire a rocket in her face and took a lot of damage. Akane like feels really guilty about it.
I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body
so they're giving
a
a summary
little
of
before 7
everything.
a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and
Oh my god, please, Kazuichi.
Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
With legs like those, probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
Yeah, she didn't quite understand, but it's fine.
Was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because...
Oh, so that's an important part of the investigation. So because the elevator was stuck and the button was stuck, people who were in Strawberry House were stuck in Strawberry House, and people who were in Grape House were stuck in Grape House, until Nagito solved the final dead room and then was able to jump between the two.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
But there was a telephone that you can use to call between the two.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes.
Great. Good logic.
One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here!
Now. Enough with the lovers' quarrel.
Lovers'
We
quarrel?
need to think about this seriously.
Between Akane and Kazuichi. Alright, Chiake.
We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things.
Thank you.
The incident this time has many questions.
Why is Chiaki just the best?
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Oh, another thing. After solving the final dead room, this was really important. So after solving the final dead room, Nagito got given a book. That had hopes, that it was like the Hope's Peak Academy student list. He got given it, and then after that happened, his attitude towards me changed a lot. Like, he hated me. Because I don't have an ultimate talent. So I'm just a stepping stone, according to him, to the ultimate towers. So he doesn't like me right now. And his attitude towards other people has changed a little too.
Well,
not to the same extent.
Obvious, right?
So that's an important thing. Nagito's attitude has changed a lot. If you couldn't tell.
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You could totally tell just by looking.
You can tell what the weapon is just by looking. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably... Okay, it was a hammer, but it's not the hammer. Probably a hammer, this one.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right! It was a surprise beating! The weapon is decided!
Okay, here's that.
I guess we should figure...
The weapon was right there.
That pillar.
No, the killer used
What's up,
it
Chibi?
to beat the crap out of him!
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. So there's no blood.
No, I can't accept that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
We just started, Chibi, because I was giving a summary for everyone and making sure I remembered everything.
So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why would they leave the hammer there, though?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Yeah, why not just move the hammer?
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to
Exactly.
look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangster.
Baby gangster? Me?
Just so y'all know, I was trying to test you guys. I thought maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Seems that was a waste of time.
Sure, Kazuichi.
Then
I was
what
just trying to
the
test
real
you
weapon
guys.
used to murder Nekomaru?
He's very sus. Like I was saying, I'm pretty sure it's him.
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
If it's not him, I have zero idea who else it could be. Like, everybody else looks not suspicious. So I don't know.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
Actual weapon has oil in it. If it's something at the crime scene that had oil in it.
I see.
No funny answers in that one.
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that.
But we tried to lift it, Akane, and we couldn't.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Yeah, they tried to lift it and they couldn't lift it.
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be really
Yeah, but he didn't beat himself with it.
So, he lifted the pillow, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, that's nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
Akane, please.
What the heck?
This bothered me a little. That word, suicide. Oh, that's another thing. Yes. So, during the investigation, this is less important, but during the investigation, Nagito found more details about Danganronpa 1, and there was a similarity between all the killings, in terms of, like, the first killing being a stabbing in Danganronpa 1, and the first killing being a stabbing in Danganronpa 2. And then, I don't remember what the second similarity was, but in Chapter 3 there were 2 killings in Danganronpa 1, and there were 2 killings in Danganronpa 2. Oh, serial killers, that's it, thank you. So there was mention of serial killers in Chapter 2 for Danganronpa 1 and 2. And then the third, there were 2 killings in Danganronpa 1, 2 killings in Danganronpa 2. And then in the in Chapter 4 in Danganronpa 1, it was the suicide, Sakura's suicide, in a locked room. And technically, this has a locked room, kind of, with the towers situation. And I don't know, in terms of like, yeah, I guess this suicide. Oh, well, I don't know. If he struggled and killed himself that way, it's not really a suicide. If somebody tied him up in a place where he couldn't get down, I wouldn't rule that a suicide. But yeah, they mentioned, so Nagito mentioned that, and I was like, oh yeah, that's really weird. But there's no way Nekomaru would commit suicide.
If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. All right, it's up to you, Sonia.
For reals.
Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
I think she has to give herself encouragement before her argument. Alright.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Oh, the fragments. Alright.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably
So yeah,
exerted a
the
ton
pillar
of
fragments are
force.
only on the bottom, underneath him, not above him.
Sonia, you go, girl.
You go, girl! I'm sorry that you're wrong,
I'm
though.
getting hella excited.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not
Probably this
lifted,
one?
beating him with it is beyond it.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. So this was also very similar. There was a similar thing in Danganronpa 1 with the
Nekomaru was crushed by
glass
the pillar,
shards.
and there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too. But it's probably not what happened.
Sorry, Sonia.
I see.
You
That was
tried, though.
entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys... same-
Yeah, he's acting weird. See? Remember when he used to love us and adore us and treat us with like really weird, I don't know, like we were gods or something. Now he's just weird to us.
You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh. What did you say? Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito. What the hell?
I just want to know what he read to make him. I know why he hates me, but why is he acting so weird to everyone?
How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by
I don't know
far
what
the
you read in that
greatest
book.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Oh yeah. So we don't know what the ultimate weapon was. We just know that it was part of. It was in the octagon, but they never like nobody actually told us what it was.
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly.
Oh, you know Gundam?
Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon. I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory.
I love him, dude. He's so weird.
It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
Oh yeah, like there's this weird little thing happening between Sonya and Gundam as well in chapter 4. Like they're like pseudo flirting sort of thing.
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm unlike.
Well, I know why you don't like this.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
That's true. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. We'll probably see more Gundam Sonya stuff in chapter 5.
In order to clarify that, we
is
first need to
interesting.
solve the
It's
secret of
interesting.
the funhouse.
Oh yes. Okay.
Huh? The secret of the
I wanna know about this because I just don't know.
Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you?
Please, I'm
I forgot.
gonna figure this out.
Except for Hajime, of course.
Alright, shut up.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Oh yeah, I usually mention this before I start my Danganronpa stuff, but if you guys want to talk about spoilers, if you've played the games before, I have a spoilers channel in my Discord. You guys are free to talk in. There are probably people in there talking right now, and you guys can talk about whatever you want in terms of this game. Just make sure you tag your spoilers. That's it.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse.
Yes. How? Yeah, okay, this is the diagram I was trying to show you, Jerry.
Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower.
Yes, but we don't have this as a truth bullet, so I couldn't actually show it to you. I had to draw it. So like the right part is strawberry, the left part is grape, and they connect at the tower in the middle. But this is wrong. This diagram is false. And I don't know what the correct configuration is.
But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Why did she say sweet like that?
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
Faux show! The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Faux show! It's probably this strange feeling in the tower. So like I said, when we entered from both grape and strawberry, the orientation was the same of where Nakamura's body was.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same price. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
I agree, man, Chips. This whole time we've been, yeah. That was the only mystery, yeah.
In truth, strawberries are actually the exact same.
No, that's wrong.
They're still linked. I mean, they're the same place, just not in this. The layout is different, and I can't figure out how the elevator can turn 180 degrees and the orientation be the same when you enter the tower.
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
What?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange?
Okay.
When we went to Grape Tower,
Yeah, so he'll show. The diagram here is better than my drawing.
But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
Yeah, it's weird. How I was trying to move it around in my head.
Trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If you test and see, that means it could have passed in the exact same place, right?
No, because the door design changed as well.
Then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down!
Oh.
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
Well, we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
Why would he do that?
Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
Sonia is too innocent for this world. I don't know. I'll have to see what argument she makes.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved.
I have a lot of
The
cuts.
pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Yeah, right, I got As expected of a princess, she's overcoming my arguments with great confidence. I need to counter her remarks and wait for an opportunity to refute her.
There are many different
I'll
ways.
just wait.
The body in the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
No, you saw how muscly he was.
Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear, the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene, he could have moved it all easy as pie.
Rip. It's definitely not the futuristic one. Everything at the crime scene. Everything at the crime scene.
Ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have
This is the only thing. I can't pause and look at which truth bullets I have.
Nekomaru could have been moved.
I have to do it at the same time.
I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time.
Alright, hang on. I'm just gonna look at it here. Everything at the crime scene. Do I have pillar fragments? No, but Nekomaru could have moved that. Nekomaru. Monokuma could have moved those too. And the hammer I could have moved. The pillar. Oh, the oil! Couldn't have moved the oil. Do I have the oil as a truth bullet?
That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten.
Yes, I do. Oh, crap.
Monokuma is surprisingly
No, it's fine,
strong.
it's fine. Doesn't matter.
Wielding the power of the future, the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Allow me to cut through those words. It's my favorite thing.
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
I can't wait to be in a debate with someone and say, allow me to cut through those words randomly through their while they're speaking.
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed,
Yeah, the oil.
the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Just pull out a sword.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
Wait, do I have... Wait. Is it in here? Yes, it is. This is definitely worth it. Allow me to cut through those words! I definitely sat on my controller by accident. That's fine. Yeah, I have this Master Sword replica. It's not a real sword. It's just a replica. What did I miss? Sorry. Okay. Bring Mr. Talcon, of course. It's just rubber. Like I can't hit. I mean, it hurts when you hit yourself with it, but it won't kill me. Anyway. I'm gonna keep it next to me, and every time we get into a rebuttal showdown, I'm just gonna bring it out. Allow me to cut through those words. Yeah, because I forgot I put my controller on my seat, so I got surprised when I sat on it. That's what happened. And then because my chair rolls, I rolled backwards. Anyway. What did I miss? When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body too, yes. And it's impossible to think it was moved. I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
Yeah, oh yeah. Some of you might have thought this sword was real when I fell over with it. It's fine. I am fine. Don't worry. The sword is fake. Fine.
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
Yeah, so for those of you who missed that, we know that the towers are the same because we did a test. Chiaki placed a handbook in Strawberry Tower, and then when we went over to Grape Tower from the other side, the handbook was still there, in the same place.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
No idea, huh?
Mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse. But we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. The only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues. Alright. As much as I hate to rely on Nagito, we're gonna ask Nagito.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was
I
coming.
can't figure it out. This is one thing I've tried.
Tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
I'm sure if we could look out the window that was in the octagon, it would help us.
The answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determine? Talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Something happened to him?
How do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
Only appropriate action? Tampering with the crime scene. The life-threatening game in the final dead. Monokuma Taichi! Is it Monokuma Taichi? I think he's upset at me. Yeah.
I see!
You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete, and there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Let me look out the window, please. Please let me look out the window. That's all I want. All I want. If I don't get to look out the window right now, please.
Instead
please.
of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you.
Show us.
At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
Oh yeah, we did have a camera. Oh, he had a camera.
Took a picture?
Yep.
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small Yes! Please show me!
This is it.
I've been waiting like a week to see this. As he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again.
Wait. Why are we so high up? Why is he so high up? That's a rhetorical question, by the way. The Strawberry House dead room is supposed to be on the first floor.
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But Don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this picture.
Let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
So the first floor of the areas is just higher up? Why though? What doesn't make sense in this picture? Okay, yeah. Like, I mean, why are we so high? Do I just point at the trees?
Here.
Yeah, okay.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final bedroom, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. Angles suggest it was taken
Right.
from higher up.
That's the first thing that I saw.
I see. And is that it?
Now you just said there's lots of things that doesn't make sense in this photo. It means there are other contradictions contained in it. Oh, there's something else? Big thing. What else is weird? That's... Okay, so you have Strawberry, and you have the hallway, and then you have the tower. Oh, wait. I'm trying to look around to see if I can see Grape House around the corner. Yeah, I'm guessing maybe you can't see Grape House, but maybe it's just hidden. No, because the way that it's laid out, you're supposed to be able to see it, right? The classic video game move. Let me just peer around the corner of this flat screen. I'm gonna point to it. I think that's right. So where is Grape House then?
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle, which means if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind you. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me,
Is Strawberry House on top of Grape House? Is that it? Wait a second. I'm gonna draw something. I just thought about it. If it looks... how'd the elevators move though? I have to draw this in 3D. So, Strawberry House is a rectangle, right? Or cuboid. No. I don't. How would the elevators move? I'm thinking. No, that's wrong. I'm gonna flex my art degree. No, you should have been here during VLR when I tried to draw a star. some of you might remember that. I feel like if Strawberry House is on top of it, then it looks kind of like this, and then the hallway leads out this way, and then maybe it's like this is like the third floor, and then you have You have like 2 other floors underneath it, right? And then you have the whole. This is a really bad drawing. I'm sorry. I'm trying to draw it, but I can't draw it because I'm really bad at drawing. And then the tower is like this. I'm sorry. You guys are gonna look at this and be like, "What the frick did you just draw?" I can't show you this. This looks so stupid, but I'm trying to. Okay. Alright. Hiker. I don't know. You guys are gonna laugh at me. Alright, so. Alright, if this is Strawberry House, and then it leads this way to the tower, and then you have Grape House underneath it, and it leads to the tower as well, then it would have the same orientation. I ran out of space, so I can do the whole tower. For the cylinder. The only thing is, I don't know how you don't just fall when you enter the tower from Strawberry. And I don't know how the elevator moves. Are you sure? That look at the great hallway again and tell me that that looks okay. I don't know. I think it looks kind of weird. Anyway, I just don't. How does the elevator move though? Because if the elevator is like, if the elevator is attached to like the back of Strawberry House and it just moves downwards, that wouldn't turn 180 degrees. Don't go that close and it looks fine. That's the story of my life. It sounds really sad. I just burned myself. But anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. If Strawberry House is on top of Grape House, then it would make sense. That's why you can't see Grape House. That's why you look, it's higher up than you think it is. And that's why the orientation is the same when you enter from both sides. I just don't, I'm guessing the floor on the tower must move up and down. That's the, maybe? I don't know. That's the only thing, otherwise you just fall when you entered from Strawberry.
If you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student.
Hey.
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? You talking about that one time? Why, hello there. Oh yeah, okay. So how he was able to get to Grape House. Yeah, okay. If they're on top of each other, then maybe he found a way, like a trap door or something, to get from wherever the octagon is to Grape House, and then ended up on the 3rd floor of Grape House, which is where the lounge is. You showed up? How did you even get here? Maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the 2nd floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
Also, thank you, chat, for telling me my drawing wasn't too bad.
Floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already.
Top floor. So the 3rd floor?
But the Monokuma archive should be the only room on the 3rd floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
What was that thing? Was that thing just now another hint to figuring out the mystery behind the funhouse structure? The reason Nagato appeared from the 3rd floor? Using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Let's do this. If this is right, I can't believe I didn't think about the fact that they could be on top of each other. The whole time I've been trying to move around the images on like a 2D flat plane and try to figure out how it works. And they were just on top of each other the entire time. Also, Logic Dive is fun. Oh, snap. Yeah, but like, I was trying to draw them in all sorts of orientations to see how it would make sense. I still don't know how the elevators work, though. How would the elevator turn 180 degrees? Do they both exist? Yeah. Yes. Oh, snap. I'm trying to read chat. I'm not paying attention. Yeah, I don't understand how it makes sense. The elevator. Same building or two different buildings? They're the same building, he says, and moves to the different building. Speed up! Wee! Vertically! Yo, let's go! Okay, I still don't know how the elevators work though.
It's all coming together.
This is really clever. I really like this.
I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Strawberry House is located above Grape House.
I see! On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap. I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
When did she learn all this language? Oh snap!
But what
Oh,
about the
show.
shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was
Right, that's true. I guess the game tries its best to lead you away from it. Wait. Hang on. So if the tower is connected like this, right, wasn't there a door at the back of the tower when you entered from Grape that had strawberry on it? And a door at the back of strawberry that had grape on it? Are those doors just... This is a rhetorical question. Are those doors just fake? How would that lead to Grape House? Like, there was a door at the back of the tower here that had a grape on it. Those must be fake. Oh yeah, you're good. QIS. They must be fake. Which means the chain on the strawberry door is just a red herring? Like, it's not blocking anything.
quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive.
Yeah, I think the way that the whole investigation is put together doesn't make you think that they're on top of each other.
And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse,
It kind of looks like mine.
Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd! Don't
Just
you
been
think
Kuma'd?
a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist
Oh, he
on
just told
different
us.
floors
Okay.
in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was.
That does look like mine. Oh, alright, alright. That's not bad. That's not bad. I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back for that one. That doesn't look too bad. Alright, okay.
Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's
The
body
floor of the
in
tower
both
must
places?
move. Yeah, the only thing is I drew my strawberry house a little too small. So that it would fit in the hexagon. But I guess it could just be the rectangular part of the hexagon.
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
I got rejected. Milana, you're great! I hope you're doing well today. It's good to see you. My mind has just been blown. And then I drew something that I thought looked horrible, but it actually didn't turn out too bad. With the... Have you done this before, Milana? Do you remember the vertical funhouse stuff? I drew it before the game showed it, and it... I thought it looked not really bad, but it didn't look too bad in the end. One of my opening commissions, I'll draw a spoon just for you, Jello Knight. Also, hi, Jello. Good to see you. Not right now. I have to focus on the game.
Definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
What are you even gonna say?
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
No!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
This is so wrong, but how do I...
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
This is so wrong. How do I rebuttal against this? Tell me if Nekomaru's body... No, obviously not. Does this mean the killer prepared it in advance? Isn't that even possible?
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
How do I rebuttal against
Died
this?
with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
I feel like this is so out of everything else that I don't have anything that I could go against it.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
fair. You
I feel
told
like
us
none
so
of
much
these is
spotlight.
right. Do I have to absorb something?
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up. Just pick one of them. I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towns was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
If I absorb a mechanical body and
should
shot
be
it at
possible to
dummy,
construct a
that'd
dummy
be
from spare
that
parts.
right?
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair. You totally stole my spotlight.
So which one?
Shut up. Just pick one of them. I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of was actually a dummy.
Oh,
Damn it!
I'm stumped.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies.
And even the disassembled parts Kazuichi arranged looked exactly the same. So Kazuichi is the only one who could have arranged them in the same way. If it's a dummy. Right?
Was actually a dummy.
Oh, it's too bad I suck at shooting.
Nekomaru died. It should be possible.
You're magnificent!
No fair.
So which one?
Shut up. Just pick one of them.
I think this is
I'm
right.
gonna solve this mystery.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One
I'm
of the
like, I'm
bodies
not,
in
I'm
one of
not,
the
I'm not very
towers
confident on this.
Was actually a dummy.
Oh, it is right. Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Okay. That was a tough one. I forgot that Kazuichi messed around with the body.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said,
Not just that, the parts I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too!
right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Okay, okay.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
I mean, yeah, but I don't think the dummy
Miss
was...
Sonia, that's.
I still think it's Kazuichi. Because nobody else has become more suspicious.
You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer.
I don't know about that,
If he
Chiaki.
was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall.
Yeah, but he could have broke both of them.
It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is
But-
disappointing.
But not fixing them would have been suspicious too.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
I still think it's Kazuichi.
The reason Nekomaru
Maybe I'm tunneling too hard, but I don't see who else it could be.
it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
No.
You can't think of a device like that?
Yeah, the floor just moves, right?
Floors in the same.
A device that transports things to different floors in the same building. An elevator? I feel like I've seen that before. Am I about to do Hangman's Gambit for elevator? That's definitely elevator. That's... This is like a... I don't know. Like a question you give primary school kids. What is a device that moves to different floors inside a building? What was that other one that I got in chapter 3? That was 17 letters long, and it gave me a really dumb hint. Filming location, right. Oh my god. Oh, rip. That was my art that I needed. Great. Oh, why did you just appear there? Oh, you... Whatever. Yeah, filming location was dumb because it's like... What was the hint? It was something dumb like, what was different about the crime scene, and then that was it. Which could have been a whole bunch of things. And then it gave me 17 letters for 2 different words.
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall...
Why did that? Elevator! I spelled it correctly!
It all leads to the same room, right?
Stop making fun of me.
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button...
Yes, it's like you were calling the elevator. That's so cool.
Waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
I love you too, Milano.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a
These must be
strawberry on the
fake.
far
They
back
must be
door when you
fake
enter from
doors.
Grape Tower? And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right?
Wait, is that how the killer got Nekomaru on top of the pillar? No, wait. No, but how? Because the pillar moves as well. Because that's still a mystery to me. I don't know how... I'm pretty sure that Nekomaru was tied up on top one of the pillars. I just don't know how the killer managed to get them on top of that.
But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly...
These must all be red herrings. The doorknob and the chain. For the killer to...
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
Thing that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. That includes the body, the pillar, and the oil. We've been talking about that stuff for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them. Not even the fact that they all moved with the elevator. The one thing that these all have in common. They're all heavy. They're all huge. They were all on the floor! Yeah! Chiaki is 200 IQ.
Safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change? And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique.
Yeah, only the floor moves. Yeah. Oh, okay.
I see.
Oh, I didn't look at any of the other answers. I should have seen if there was something funny.
That's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator.
It's an enormous. Oh, I missed stream value. Dang it.
That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
I mean, if the strawberry one led... I mean, if the grape door at the back of the tower led to outside. That'd be a pretty big fall from the 4th floor.
Just for show. Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified.
They were, Buck. Was it Marco? Was it Squid Charger? It was probably Marco, because he tried to remind me to email Twitch,
We totally
which I did.
misunderstood the building's structure.
But then you gifted the sub before Twitch got back to me. Yeah, it was definitely Marco then, if it was one of the mods.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted
I
personality.
mean, it was Monokuma, right? 3rd time watching SGDQ, 4th time viewer. My cancer passed away from cancer. Money goes to donate to Germany, kill the donation. Hype!
Did you hear that, Monami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way,
Okay.
what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't
Right,
enter
yeah,
there,
yeah.
right?
Like you said, I could probably use all these parts to repair that button, but... Seriously, hold on. Even if you do repair the button, what's gonna happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on the Strawberry Hall side, the door won't open as long as that chain is there. You don't need to worry about that at all. Huh? Oh, he did say that!
Destroyed the Strawberry Hall
Yeah, I forgot
so
that
we'd
he said
stay away
that.
from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse.
Yeah. So the handle missing and the chain are both just red herrings.
The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth.
3rd time watching SGDQ, 4th time runner. My cancer passed away from viewer. Money goes to save the games. Donate the viewer. Hype! Wouldn't you guys love to be donated to
Truth that the
GDQ?
2 houses and the 2 towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
I mean, if I donate $110.37, that's donating Leon, right?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
What? I'm playing Danganronpa. It's okay. If you guys haven't played the first game and you're watching this one, then there's major spoilers for Danganronpa 1. Anyway, Funhouse, yeah.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Yes, BP.
Gundam, please proceed.
See, there's this weird connection between Sonya and Gundam, which I like. If there were going to be 2 characters that liked each other, I'm fine with those 2. Gundam needs some love in his life, based on the meetings that we've had with him. So, that would be cool. I'd love to see more of that in Chapter 5.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house
Yes,
to the other?
this is what I'm trying to figure out. How does it turn 180? Yes.
Elevator
Yes,
vertically.
game. This is what I'm trying to figure it out.
When your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, on Strawberry Tower you had to go left when you left the elevator, we had to go, no. But either way, on one you had to go left and one you had to go right.
Inside Grape House,
Yes.
Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the
Yeah,
elevator.
I was right.
And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
Good
What
point.
does this mean?
Agree. What does this mean? The two houses are connected vertically. The position of the tower should be the same in both houses. But if the whole elevator turns, because when Kazuichi used the compass, it turned as well. So maybe it swooped across this way and then went down. Like this. So maybe it did. So, chat, this is what I'm thinking. So maybe it's, so you see this, if the elevator was here, maybe it swooped across here and then went downwards. But that would rotate it 180 degrees and then it would flip the orientation of the hallways, I think. When my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. Yo, Buck! Thanks for the gifted sub to Leon! Much appreciated! Enjoy the emotes, Leon. I appreciate the support. Does it not make sense, Shazo? So like, it was... So like, if the elevator... I don't have a cube in my hand, so I can't... do it, but it swoops across this way, so it goes around. So it's like a horizontal elevator that swoops in a circle, and then goes downwards. Oh, you're just kidding around. Oh, okay. That was How annoyed? I mean, I just saw 11037, and I was like, that's Leon upside down. How can I break through this contradiction? But you can go back and see it, but yeah.
The two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
I like how they're double teaming
What's with this
Kazuichi. Gundam and Sonya have matching arguments. It sounds like it makes sense, but is that really correct?
If the two houses are connected vertically...
Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to shoot that. It was Kazuichi's account, right? The compass needle spun, yeah, 180 degrees.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the the towers are in opposite directions.
What? Yeah, but it's not in opposite directions because the elevator moves that way. That's what I'm trying to say.
Damn it!
If the two houses are connected vertically...
Am I wrong about
The
this?
elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
No, that's wrong.
No, this should be right.
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you.
Oh, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
But it still moves vertically. If it swoops around and then goes downwards, it's still moving vertically.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. was probably.
Oh, it does that. Oh, so it does it both at the same time. What kind of elevator does that? Wouldn't it make more sense to go horizontal and then vertical? I don't know. That's fine. That's fine. I was like, it must go horizontal and then vertical. Why would it do both at the same time? But that's alright. It's a fun house. It's alright. Alright, take care, Milana. Have a great time at the wedding. I'll catch you soon. Feel great. Thanks for stopping by. Guys, go follow Milana. She's doing a charity stream tomorrow to raise money for the Kyoto Animation Studios after the tragic incident that happened recently. So please, if you have any spare change and you want to support a good cause, highly recommend you go check out her stream tomorrow. You have a command. Okay, before you leave, Milana, you have a command. But when Omega added the command earlier today, he did this. He forgot to put the he forgot to actually put the command, the exclamation mark command. And so every time someone typed follow, it came up with your URL saying to follow. We changed it now, but it was like that for a while. Anyway, go and take care of what you have to do. It's fine. I'll catch you later. Okay, but yeah, I mean, this makes sense as well. I just didn't expect the elevator to do both at the same time.
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
Another great day of SUDQ. Love working my childhood games get destroyed. Money goes to donate the donation. Donate the games. Hi.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
It's a fun house.
Well, a fun house
Yeah.
is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important
That's that comment makes me think as well. I haven't really given this much thought, but in Danganronpa 1, Junko was controlling Monokuma, and then at the end of Danganronpa 1, Monokuma was still active after Junko died. So I haven't really thought about it too much because my mind has just been on the trials and stuff like that, but I just wonder who's controlling Monokuma right now.
What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know?
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
You have an architect degree? That's pretty cool, Wolfie. I didn't know that. But that's good to know.
Oh my. I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
The Octagon means. Octagon means. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I see!
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect
I thought they
you
meant
to
in the
know that.
context of the game
For a
as.
substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable. I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
8-sided. Oh. What's 8-sided in this diagram? Take a hexagon. Because we know that the final dead room is on the other side of the elevator. So if you take... One, two, three. 1, 2. Oh! That's so clever! That's why they call it the octagon. So if you take a rectangular shape, or like a square shape out of a hexagon, it makes an 8-sided shape. So the octagon is just like on that floor, just around the hexagon area, so all the parts that aren't filled in. So like here.
Here.
Yeah.
You're talking about the secret room surrounded
That's
by
clever.
concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Yo, what's up, Link fan? Good to see you. This took Pi 4 hours. Poor Pi. Show you the picture again? Yeah. So if you take a square out of a hexagon, it makes a shape that's 8-sided, which is an octagon. It's not a regular octagon, obviously, but it's an octagon. It makes sense, right? To everybody. It should be Chiaki, I wish. Okay, cool.
Why is that place the octagon?
Yeah, so it's like on the parts that is not part of the rectangle on that floor, I'm guessing, and it goes around. Especially like when you were in the octagon, you could see that it had that kind of hallway shape going around as well, with the big structure in the middle.
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house?
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
That's basically the gist of it.
Yeah, so you can see it. You can see it.
The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality,
It's clever. It's very clever. I like this. I'm liking this trial a lot.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
Learn?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse. Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
Well, they have to ask that question in case there are people who don't know, because there's no way that you're going to be able to figure that out unless you know that an octagon is an 8-sided shape. So they have to ask the question so people know that an octagon is an 8-sided shape. So, I mean, I see why they asked it.
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery, and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon.
This is a very smart crime as well, by the way. The whole red herring stuff with the doors is interesting.
It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
Kazuichi did a good job. Funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon. What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that? Oh, this is halfway. Right, exactly, BCA. So that's why they asked the question. It's something that you know or you don't know. And just because you don't know what an octagon is or you've forgotten it doesn't mean that you're dumb. It just means that you don't have that knowledge because you don't use that in everyday life. Oh, I didn't read out. Oops. Why, hello there. I thought of a new bad word to call Monomi. I can already tell I won't be... Oh, I could already tell I won't be pleased by this. Yeah, a lot of people get confused between being not smart and being ignorant. There's nothing wrong with having ignorance in a subject. That's what learning is for. But yeah, they're two different things. Just because you're not knowledgeable on it. Like, there are loads of things I'm not knowledgeable on. But that doesn't mean I'm like a dumb person overall. And I'm sure the same could be said about almost everybody else. Let me say it right away. I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monomi is a serious fatly. Fatly. Is that a combination of stupid, fat, and ugly? That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stu Fatly, huh? That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid fat. Oh, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of these words would be, ta-da! Stu Fatly. There's a fat hidden in there.
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monomi is a serious stupfatly.
No, you're fine. Here in Minnesota, we are brought before a firing squad. Please. Please. Yeah.
Hello! I hope your day is well.
I hope your day is well too, Monomi.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. Ugh, my heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! Ah, but be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
Just like in real life.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
So the ultimate weapon is
Oh
that
well.
you can go
Let's
between...
just press on ahead.
Oh, so you got over that really quickly.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so
Is that you can go
easily?
between the two places.
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekumaru's murderer?
It's Kazuichi!
Okay to believe the
It's you!
building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
His attitude is so weird now.
Disappointed too, you know? If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
Yes, Gundam.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
I'm just getting some water. My water bottle is just it's over there. Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? It's horribly damaged if he's as if he was beaten senseless with a banana. I'm pretty sure he fell. Just how would he have used? I really think that the killer tied him up on top of a pillar and then he just struggled and fell. brought the pillar down with him. But then how would they use the building structure to do that? Falling. Dead battery. Can I say dead battery and just see what the answer is, please? Nekomaru's actual cause of death was a dead battery. Okay, it's nothing that funny. Why do they give you that option? His battery died and he just exploded. Is that what happened?
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
But if you move the elevator to the strawberry, how are you gonna get Nekomaru on top of the pillar?
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
Nekomaru died from falling. Oops. Where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? I'm gonna reach the truth behind this incident. I need to solve that mystery next. Yeah, this is the thing I don't think I have quite figured out. I still think that he must have been tied up on the pillar. The loop in the wire really shows that, I think.
When the elevator
But now
is on
I'm
the
kind of
1st
unsure.
floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
I need to make it clear so they understand that Nekomaru fell to his death. Looks like he's all
When
Hi
the
Rocky,
elevator
good
is
to
on
see
the
you.
1st floor,
I don't know this one. What
you
do I
can't go
have?
through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim.
Possible to shove off the victim.
Then, how about this?
No, you can shove off the victim from there.
After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to
Move the
1st floor
elevator.
and made
Oh,
use
but
of
the elevator
drop.
was... No, because they broke the elevator. They could have moved the elevator.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside,
Moving objects.
the other door won't open. Which
Was
means
Hiko's account was that he left at 5 AM. What was Akane's account? That she heard a sound. Related. For the butter.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Long time. Oh.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Oh! Oh! If his button was pressed,
After locking
then he
Nekomaru,
probably wasn't
they moved
moving.
The elevator from the 4th floor and made use of the.
hold on! Did you forget the elevator? As long as there's a moving object.
I get it. I got it. I got it. I got it.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button...
How did the killer get behind him, though? This is
Enter sleep.
something I still don't understand.
If he's in sleep,
Like, Kazuichi must have done something to him as the ultimate engineer. That's the only thing I can think of.
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along
Right,
with
so how do you get him on top of the pillar?
There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me. Silence, pest!
Get wrecked, dude.
Now you're calling me a pest?
A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea. But what way could that be? Never interrupt Chiaki, it's true though. Well, she just likes Gundam, and then Kazuichi is trying to flirt with her. It's not working very well. I love this dynamic, it's hilarious. It's also great.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
No.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest!
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
Oh, what? That's it? If Nekomaru is inside the elevator, how can you create a difference in elevation?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
I think I have to absorb this and agree with one of
So
them.
you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
Did they talk about the pillar?
That arrangement
Yeah.
is... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
It's not the pillar? I'm sure that you tie it... Maybe you throw that pillar and then you jump on top of that. And... No.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all
That sounds so right though. I'm sure that Nekomaru was placed on the pillar.
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Why?
Silence, pest!
Don't. What if I start to enjoy it?
Because the wire was used to tie him to the pillar.
If you arrange it a certain way,
I still don't know
you can
how
cause
though.
the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
Oh, it's wrong as well! Okay. Alright, now I'm actually stumped. I don't know.
You can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all
Maybe it's not the
to
pillar.
think about the arrangement, right?
I don't know what else I could shoot at the pillar.
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
What do I have? What do I have? Oil on the floor. Oh, whoops. Definitely not oil on the floor. Nothing related to it. Tipped over pillar. One of the pillars on the side of the door was tipped over. Damaging area of the pillars. Maybe?
Crap!
If you arrange it a certain... You can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement
No, the hammer isn't anything to do with this. How do you cause a difference in elevation? You place him on the pillar! Stop shooting by accident. You placed him on the pillar. I don't... What am I not seeing? The question is, how do you get a difference in elevation? And the only thing that I can see right now is that you put him on the pillar. That's the most obvious thing, but I've shot everything at it, and nothing is right.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
Oil on the floor, no.
The doorknob on the floor seems
The
suspicious.
doorknob on the floor. I thought this was a red herring. What is this? A doorknob found under the tipped over pillar. The screws at the base... Under the pillar! So the doorknob was placed under... Screws at the base are pulled out. There are also some scratch marks on the knob itself. One of the doorknobs from the far back of the store are missing. I'll get it, chat. Give me a sec, alright? I was so sure the entire trial. Ever since the investigation started, I was so sure that Nekomaru was placed on top of the pillar. So if that is not true, then I have to think about this more. I haven't given myself a chance to think about it. I'm running out of time. It's nothing to do with the hammer. What were the other options? Yeah, the doorknob.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest!
Don't. What if I start to enjoy it?
Difference in
If
elevation.
you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
I can't
So
shoot
you're
that.
telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is...
I don't know. I'm going through this one by one. That doesn't make sense. How can you use the hammer to cause elevation? Enormous hammer found in the floor of the tower was completely clean, almost as if it was brand new.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
I'm guessing it's not the pillar. I've tried everything with it. The oil on the floor. The majority of it came from his fatal head wound. He definitely fell. Yeah. But
The doorknob on the...
the doorknob on the floor. There's so much written about this. Doorknob found under the tipped over pillar. The screws at the base are pulled out and there's some scratch marks on it itself. One of the doorknobs from the... Oh my god, I'm an idiot! I'm an idiot! Oh, the wire was attached to this, not the pillar! Oh my god. I shot the wrong thing. That's how the elevation was caused. I got it. I knew the wire was attached to something the entire time. Because when it was first brought up, the fact that there was elevation in the tower wasn't a thing. So the only thing I could think of was the pillar. And I didn't think about anything else. But if the door is higher up, then that's how the elevation was caused. Alright, alright.
You can cause the drop...
So you're telling to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement... The hammer is
I
suspicious,
got it.
isn't it?
I got
What
it.
about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
What? Okay, I have to shoot cause of drop. Alright, it's fine. It's fine.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement... The hammer is suspicious. Isn't it about time?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
What? I'm gonna run out of time.
Crap!
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the
It's okay. I didn't see whatever it was. If somebody said the answer. Apparently, I did it. Yay!
This is my... We will never give up!
Rip. That's the first time I've lost a trial. I'm sad. Aww. I feel really bad now.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the...
Oh, I lost on the Hangman's Gambit, but I don't count that. Hangman's Gambit is
So you're
stupid.
telling to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
Oh, the wire.
Doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I agree with that.
Use the wire to tie him to the handle. Alright.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it?
Ugh. So obvious, but... I see what you guys meant about the fact that it's obvious. But, you know, when you tunnel on something and you think it's true for a while, and then your mind gets blown that it's not true, it's hard to think about anything else.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop.
Okay. So that's what happened. So he didn't, yeah, because the whole time I was like, how did he get him on the pillar? But he was never on the pillar. He must have just hit the pillar when he fell. So he was tied, so, okay, he must have been brought to Strawberry, the higher floor, knocked out with the goodnight button, tied up, the loop was put around the door handle, the elevator was moved to Grape, he was hanging from there, and then the alarm rang, he struggled, broke the doorknob, fell onto the pillar, died. I'm guessing. Oh, okay, Junkle, don't worry. I didn't see it anyway. My mod's got it.
If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
This is an awful way to die. It's very clever, but
The wire while he was in sleep mode.
I guess he was asleep, but he woke up to this, right?
And hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower.
Oh god.
And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
I know there were worse, but it's just... Yeah. Must have scared the bejesus out of him when he woke up, though. Imagine you woke up one day and you were dangling 3 floors up from one leg.
That's right. He was so well hung.
No.
Kinda like.
No. Monokuma, no. No. No.
You better not finish that sentence.
Thank you, Monomi. No.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
It's Kazuichi, dude. I told you.
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
Yeah, he must have struggled when the alarm rang. I think we haven't talked about the clocks changing at all yet. Alarm tower.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a... How would they make him fall?
Oh,
There's no one in the
I have
tower to
3
push him
cuts.
off. There's no way they could do that.
Agree with what Kazuichi's wondering. It seems certain that a difference in elevation inside the tower was used to kill Nekomaru. I need to find the answer and counter Kazuichi's remarks.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a walk, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you want to take back that, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop.
He wasn't sleeping. He woke up from the alarm. I'm pretty sure that's what I have to cut.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a... How would they make him fall?
Do I have the alarm?
There's no one in the tower to push him. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't...
Which one is it? Radio clock? No. Which one is this? Yeah, the clock's a long time.
It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping,
No!
there's no way he could do that to
I
himself.
tried to do it with one hand.
Now's the... But in
Alright,
that
hang on.
case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator...
It's hard to
Nekomaru
go
is-
from the control stick to the buttons with one hand, alright?
Damn it! Even if they suspended
Give me a sec,
Nekomaru
give me a
from
sec, give me a
wire,
sec.
How would they make him fall?
Okay, now I'm
There's
just
no
bad.
one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
Ow, ow, ow.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a... How would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Allow me to cut through those words.
I don't know how to swing a sword.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why,
yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
Yeah.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled
Jesus.
much more than expected.
So it wasn't a red herring. See, I thought the doorknob was coupled with the chain, in the fact that they were both red herrings. So I grouped those together. So I didn't consider the doorknob.
Was that
Yeah.
unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
Killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because... Oh yeah, he tried to pull it off when we first got there, didn't we? With a fierce roar, Nekomaru put all his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands. But... Not yet. Here it comes. The incredible strength of 1 million horsepower! Wait, isn't it creaking? You break off the doorknob. We'll be stuck in here. That's really what it was. That's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia's. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest.
He's gonna say something weird.
Fucking pig.
He's gonna say something weird.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia?
Yeah.
If I'm a fucking
Yeah.
pig,
Yeah.
you can say so.
Yep.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey! Why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy. He gets off on this.
So thanks to that alarm,
Thank you for moving on, Nagito.
Maru
Alright.
ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Is that the reason you didn't like Chapter 1 so much, BP? Is because of Teru Teru? I'm guessing. Doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor. The moment Nekomaru fell to the floor, the only thing I can think of that happened to him was... Cola came out of his eye. The moment Nekomaru hit the floor, Cola came out of his eyes. That's what happened, right? Cola? Wasn't it Rubo's tea? Wait, who friggin' cares? That's totally not it.
Crap!
Oh, Akane to react so strongly. Looks like that was a very wrong answer. For those of you who missed it, Nekomaru actually had a feature where Cola would come out of his left eye and Rubo's tea would come out of his right eye.
Nekomaru fell to the floor. He ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Yeah, that's fair enough, BP. Teru wasn't the best character. Yeah. I think most people don't like him. From the comments he makes.
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was
So he
spilled
fell, yeah, he
all over
fell.
the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30
Okay, we're gonna talk about the clocks
and if we
changing
map
now,
it
I'm
out from
guessing.
there.
Hold on, baby gangster.
Stop calling him baby gangster.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monica.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know.
Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after another. But I can't choke up at a time like that. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. It should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction. Well, I won't struggle on these ones, because I think I've got this.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Killer probably did some tampering.
Oh, they didn't mention it.
Probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Oh, okay. I have to shoot that.
That's gotta be it!
That's alright. I just wasn't expecting the silence of things to come up.
We headed for Grape before 7 a.m.
But the alarm inside was set for 7.
Nekomaru died.
His time of death and one of those must be an illusion.
Killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong! What's up, Johanian? Good to see you.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really
So the killer must have changed all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that
This is a
all
very
clocks
clever
had
murder.
the same time displayed.
Gotta say.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
What's up, Johanian? Thanks for the good luck.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I love this dynamic, dude. I can't wait to see more of this.
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
I mean, it's great. Seeing Gundam blush is great. This time-related contradiction. I don't think I should doubt the testimony. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done. Like, what was it? Perhaps we've overlooked something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something. If I focus and think, I should be able to find the answer to that mystery. Logic dive? Yeah. Oh snap. Okay, let me not read chat and do this. What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? The time in the building. Gliss? Aww. Yeah, the hamsters are adorable. I love them so much. We'll have to jump. Yo, platforming. Let's go. Clock was tampered with. The building's clock. Oh, my snap! How was I supposed to do that? Alright. That's at the wrong time. Both houses, both houses. All the clocks are tampered with. Apart from Nekomaru's. Alright.
It's all coming together.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks had been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
I think 2 hours, right? He's right, that's the main problem. I need to clarify by how much the time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. It's definitely the next mystery. We're gonna reach the truth in one go. Yeah, 2 hours. Because Fuyuhiko saw him go down at 5, and that should have been 7. And he died at 7:30, and Akane heard something at 5:30.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
Oh no, she didn't hear it.
It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out
What
a
scream?
scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that.
Oh, maybe I do have to shoot that one then.
If does not
Akane's account.
exist in this world.
What's with that pose?
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of it's clearly 7:30.
The problem is, what in our time?
Are there any clues that can...
If only I heard the sound when
Yeah, okay, cool.
I agree with that.
Well, Sonya didn't hear it. Well, maybe she must have. I don't know. Nobody else has mentioned it. Maybe it was just Akane who heard it. Well, I heard it too.
You should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
rumbling.
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Yeah, it was a complete accident though, so it's fine. No, it's not a big deal. And it's not like it was something drastically in the future. It was who was under the bag during chapter 3. So it was fine.
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
Kazuichi heard it too.
Then we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it
Oh,
at all.
Sonia didn't hear it.
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
Oh,
I
okay.
could not sleep at all.
Oh.
I was awake the whole night
Okay.
with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
So it was just Sonia who didn't hear it. That's weird. What was she?
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane.
That rumbling sound we heard was at 5:30 a.m. But the answer to how much our time was off is literally right in front of me.
I see.
Nekomaru
We heard
was
Sonia's
at
stomach.
7:30.
Of
And
course.
if we heard the sound
Kazuichi-
of the impact at 5:30.
Kazuichi heard Sonia's stomach from 3 floors away.
That means our time was off by 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours?
You got it, Very.
What?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we
I just don't know. Sonia didn't hear
Plus,
it.
the Funhouse has no
Maybe she was
windows,
delusional.
and there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
So that Nekomaru could get by
The
himself.
reason is obvious.
Yeah.
So they can lure out just
Because he had
Nekomaru.
his clock that couldn't be altered. They're out. Only Nekomaru?
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing. They were trying to lure out Nekomaru. Specific thing is... massage time. Massage time. In order to lure out Nekomaru, did the killer take advantage of massage time? Then, is the killer... his most frequent massage customer? Me? Of course not. That has nothing to do with the time anyway. Alright. Monokuma Tai.
I see. That's it. The killer made
She admitted it.
use of
Let's
the
vote.
touchy activity in
What's
the
up, Quando? Thanks for being subbed for 3 months in a row, dude. Much appreciated. I hope you're doing well today. I appreciate the support. You're great. It's good to see you.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time. That wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Hi, Eskren. Don't worry about it.
When I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
Still got a decent amount left. Oh, we've covered almost everything. I think.
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off,
Yeah.
it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Oh yeah, Monokuma. This is what led me to the fact that the time was incorrect.
He didn't even ask you yet.
Jeez, how outrageous! I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad.
Liar!
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery.
Peanut gallery.
Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar.
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
Not even Fuyuhiko knows what he's gonna say next. What did the run die to? Final rule chase. Mission 4. Hi, Ellie.
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that
Oh, the alarm rang, yeah.
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of
Oh, Nagito! Yeah, Kazuichi, Gundam, and... But Nagito didn't do the murder. There's no way that they made us play as him for like an hour or two. And he's the murderer. Kazuichi, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko were all there.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru
Yeah, but
fell?
the murderer didn't have to be there. They tied him up and set the alarm so that he would wake up. They could have been anywhere.
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
So whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? They want us to point to Naito, but I'm pretty sure he's not the murderer.
You're the only one!
It's definitely Kazuichi. It's gotta be
One who
Kazuichi.
wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
Why aren't you saying anything, dude?
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't?
What?
What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling.
Oh, he didn't hear it either. Why didn't you say this earlier? Oh my god.
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me.
Nah, he didn't say he didn't hear the rumble. It was only Sonya.
It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that
Oh, not in the
strange?
trial?
I mean, everyone else heard it.
Huh? I don't remember. Maybe he did.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
She didn't hear it either? Alright, now I'm confused. 3 of them didn't hear the rumble.
I was in a pretty deep sleep.
Oh, but she was
That's
asleep.
why I couldn't hear it. But
Was Nagito asleep?
wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the 3 of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
The only people who didn't hear the rumbling sound were Nagito, Sonya, and Chiaki. What do these 3 have in common? This also be the secret that points to the killer? Oh no. Oh no. What is this, dude? What do they have in... What? 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 What is this? I don't know! What? What do they have in common? I don't know! Didn't hear the rumble. What do they have in common that they... What should make them not hear the rumble? And it's 2 letters? 2 letters. It's 2 words? Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. I have to pause the game. Sorry. That would cause them not to hear the rumble. They all went asleep. They were in different places. Nagito was in Strawberry House. Sonia and Chiaki were in Grape House. They all were hungry, but everyone was hungry. They having 2 words. Yeah, this might take me a while. I'm sorry, chat. It's another replace. Except this, I have 0 idea. Elevator. The difference between elevator and this one is just. I don't know, dude. What do you use to go up and down floors? There's an X? The first time I've seen an X. I have to just start shooting letters, because I don't know. I only have 2 minutes. There's no way I'm gonna make this. D. 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 Dehydration. That's definitely not 2 words, but alright, that's they're an H. E, there's no H. I haven't seen an H. D. Dehydration would fit if it was 1 word. Has to be a consonant. Oh, it doesn't have to be. But it most likely is. Those are 3 L's in it. Let's try it out. EEL. Delete. Delete something. What did they delete? What did the 3 of them delete together? I don't know. S. E. Nope. It's not E. It's not delete. Rip. U? Oh, okay. What word? D-L-U. What do they have in common? D-E-L... What word? What 6-letter words have D-E-L-U? Yo! Buck, thanks for the gifted sub to Zobel. D-E-L-U. Has to be a consonant. Hello? D-lube. I'm pretty sure it's not D-lube. Alright. Sorry. J. Ooh. Luma, Lumo, Lumai, Lumos, Lumu, Iluna, Ilun. This don't make sense. I-O, Delo, Ilunu. I'm just going through the alphabet here. This might take a while. Deloop, Delupa, Delupai, Delupo, Delupu, Delura, Delura, Deluri, Deluro, Deluru. Lucy. I'm running out of letters. I'm at T. Elude. No. Eluve. Uva. I've run out. I'm gonna run out of letters. Chat. T-U-V-W. Deluwu. Ooh. D-E-L-U-W-U. Alright, I figured it out. U-W-X. Deluxa. Deluxe. Deluxe! Oh! Did they both have deluxe rooms? Who was... I don't remember who was in the deluxe rooms. Yes, Chiaki had a deluxe room, and so did Sonya. Yes. Yes. I forgot that Nagito did too. Wait, but somebody else did too. There were 4 people, because there were 4 deluxe rooms. Nagito, Sonya, Chiaki. Who was the 4th? This is a rhetorical question. Come on, give me another O. Yes. I can do it. I can do it. Yeah, don't tell me. Yes! Yes! I had to go through the whole alphabet. But I did it. Why is X at the end of the alphabet? That's not fair. It took me too long. D-lube, dude. Who was the 4th that was in the room? It wasn't me. Who else got first dibs? Nagito won, I remember, because it was rock, paper, scissors. Nagito was the ultimate lucky student who won. Was it? It must have been Nekomaru, right? Because nobody else... it must have been Nekomaru, right? Because the other person would have not been able to hear the sound. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. I think I got it. It's not random. If you have DE, most likely it's going to be a consonant, and the only consonant that was appearing is L. So I shot L. And then after L, it's probably going to be a vowel. So I shot E, and E was wrong. So then the next one was U, so I shot U, and U was correct. And then I brute forced it, because... How are you supposed to remember that after 5 days of not playing the game? Who was in the deluxe rooms? Deodorant. Fair enough. It's not always, but usually. Usually. Nagito, Sonya, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right?
If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
Yeah, X was floating around. Yeah. Guest rooms are divided up by quality grade. The deluxe rooms... He did say that, didn't he? The deluxe rooms were soundproof. It's such an offhand comment. Who thought it would be useful? The standard rooms may have so-so insulation, but they're still pretty decent. The crummy room has severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Haji.
I totally noticed it and didn't have to guess.
Using your ultimate course student talent? Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Should I not look at chat, Wolfie? It's a big spoiler thing. I won't look at chat. You can do emote only. Yeah, if you guys are worried that I might get spoiled on something. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry. I feel like I understand what Nagito means. The killer among us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. I have to choose someone? What? Oh, well, I'm picking my sus, which is Kazuichi. Oh, it's not him? Seriously, I'm not the killer. I was sleeping in my room, and I bolted out my room after hearing the alarm. Oh, okay, so he wasn't in the deluxe room. So suspicious about that. Not Kazuichi? The deluxe room should be the clue. If Nekomaru wasn't in the deluxe room, and Kazuichi wasn't in the deluxe room, and Fuyuhiko heard the alarm, so he wasn't in the deluxe room. Neither was Gundam. One of them must have been in the deluxe room. Between Fuyuhiko and Gundam. I don't remember. It's not Gundam, right? Oh my god.
You're the only one! Gundam, there's something I want to ask you. When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right?
Oh my god.
Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
There was only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko. Me? After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct?
So he couldn't get past Fuyuhiko to get back to his room.
Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Oh my god, dude.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room, just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi. Because I was in the lounge. So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Sorry, I can't read it right now.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
Oh no.
Yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Yeah, what do you mean by that,
Perhaps I
Nagito?
should say it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it?
Hmm?
At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Ah, you said
What does he
opening
mean
act
by
again.
that? I'm worried about the next chapter. I don't want to play the game anymore.
Please hold on. We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal.
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
If I don't play the game anymore, Gundam will still be alive, and we can just leave it at that.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
Let's see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House.
I mean, it's so obvious that it's Kazuichi. Oh god.
For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong. Something is obviously wrong. That's when the contradiction is born. No such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. I don't want to do this, dude. I really, like, the last two people I thought would commit the murders would be Gundam and Chiaki.
Was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Didn't Nagito have an account? I thought that would come up. Sorry, I'm kind of just processing the fact that Gundam is probably not going to be there for Chapter 5, and I'm pretty sad about it. That's why I'm not speaking very much right now. I guess he didn't. Yeah, no, but I don't have that as a truth bullet. I'm pretty sure I have to absorb that. Secret passageway.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapsed.
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
if the killer cannot
Since I was at Strop, there's no question that the
It would have been different if they hadn't.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer? Why don't we stop this already?
Contradiction is when something is obviously wrong. There's no contradiction I can't shoot through. I'm gonna find out what that is. For the sake of everyone's hope, I'll shoot through the contradiction.
That elevator was the only means of travel which we...
No, that's wrong!
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist!
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
I mean, Gundam probably used it too, but...
You're the only one!
Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve corps show up. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House.
I actually saw that. I remember now. Now that he mentions those words. I remember seeing that trapdoor on the floor. Yeah.
After
I remember
opened
it.
the door and went down. Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame! However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
There's no way they didn't
He's
know.
trying so hard.
It is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own
Why did you do this, dude?
If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
Did you say?
Maybe he didn't have. He was worried about his hamsters. They didn't have food as well. Oh, but they did have food. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I'm very sad, Wolfie.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
That's really good.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Means by providing the evidence that the killer went to the Octagon. Oh. Guess I should have it too. The key which dwells in the light that will break
Know
through
the
the dark.
limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon.
Oh, the wire. The wire. The wire is the weapon.
Don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind
I
confusion.
pressed the wrong button because I suck. My brain right now is just doesn't want to play the game. Fine.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of...
Allow me to cut through those words.
But
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body. The hammer that looked like the weapon. And the chain on the door in the tower.
the chain as well.
Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon.
Sorry, I'm not very happy right now.
There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
See, the thing is, like, in Danganronpa 1, whenever I liked a character, they were either alive, or they were the one who was killed. They were never the murderer, so this is a very different experience right now.
If that's the case,
And I'm very sad about
obviously
it.
know about the secret passage too, right?
Because so it's like I don't expect it at all. At least with the others, I'm kind of, you know, ready for it to happen.
It seems this is the end. Normally, we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture
Celeste,
us
I
with
guess,
a
yeah.
very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Wait, are you gonna give the summary?
Hey! First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building...
Oh, the music changed. Oh, do I not have to do the summary this time? Wait, but I haven't done a Oh, it's just doing it automatically. Alright.
So he tried going over to Strawberry.
I haven't done a bullet time battle yet. Whatever, it's supposed to panic time something.
Well, it's obvious he'd attempted.
It's doing it automatically.
At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also,
I'm guessing I haven't done a bullet time battle yet.
Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
Alright.
Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru
Waiting for Gundam to
Strawberry
interject so I can do a bullet time battle.
There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru. So by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered
Right, how did he
Nekomaru
do that?
powerless without fighting him.
Without fighting him?
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me!
Oh, he's shaking.
Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a
Oh.
one-on-one situation.
Probably used as hamsters, right?
Just as I thought, truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
Before Dark gave his lecture. I'm worried about what's gonna happen to the hamster. I don't know. Guess you really don't want to admit it. Just as you requested, I will provide an argument that will leave you no choice but to be persuaded.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither!
Oh.
Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get...
This is the end! Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Oh? Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
He used the hamster to press the strawberry button.
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundam. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Yeah. Emissary of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Pierce through Supernova Silver Fox Sandy. You. Wait. Press the button? Truly, this is the Skyline Lamentation art of the Demon Mouse. Wahaha! Soon the door of destiny shall open.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved
That's
the
true
piece of
as well,
wallpaper
yeah.
from the baton lighting, right? Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
Yeah, all my favorite characters are dying. Ibuki was the first, and then it was Nekomaru, and now it's Gundam. And I'm very scared.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are.
Oh, Chiaki has always been my favorite. Chiaki and Gundam are my 2 favorites. I'm hoping the game has made Chiaki really likable, and they made like they made Kyoko and Hina really likable in Danganronpa 1, and they left them alive to the end. So I am hoping they will do the same with Chiaki. Otherwise, I don't know how I'm going to handle the rest of the game.
I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell.
About Nagito? I mean, it's well written, but it's not very likable to me. Very well written character. Very cool. I love his dynamic with the group, but he's not super likable for me.
Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own 2 hands.
I do have to do a closing argument. It's a very clever murder. Oh, Jesus. I want to know the reason as to behind this. Has to be this one. What? Why does that say kiss the pillow? Okay. No, and Gundam would never do that. He loves his animals too much. And I definitely wouldn't. Hamsters are like his children. To him. He's the ultimate breeder. I've done everything. This oh, there's more. There's more. Oh, the what you mean? Heard it.
Here's everything that happened in this case. Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime.
Oh no, Wolfie.
First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours.
It's a very clever murder. Very well written.
In order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge.
A weird sentence to say, but I think this is my favorite murder that's happened so far.
And set the wall clock's alarm to
in terms of the
5:30.
plan, the killer's plan.
After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand.
I did like the last one in Danganronpa 1 too.
They obtained
as
those tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru.
If Fuyuhiko wasn't at the lounge, this would have been foolproof.
According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Tai-Chi begins. Nekomaru went to Great Tower to participate in that.
Yeah, just wait for someone to slip up, because Gundam would have just gone back to his room and then not heard anything, and just slept through everything.
However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Great Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from
took a very big
discovering the
risk
secret
doing
of the
that.
building structure that they used to kill Nekomaru.
Because what if the doorknob held up and we went to do Tai Chi and we saw Nekomaru hanging there and he told us that Gundam tried to kill him? It was a big risk.
Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending, and Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall.
I really don't want to watch the
But something
execution, to
unexpected
be honest.
happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru,
Well, I know I
earlier,
have
was
to.
still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others.
Yeah, honestly, if I wasn't streaming, I probably just wouldn't watch it. I would just close my eyes and let it happen. But because I'm streaming, you guys want to see my reaction
When
to
the wall
it.
clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob,
Once the hamsters are okay as well.
but because there
Please.
was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking.
But we'll see. I'll see. Don't know what's gonna happen.
Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor.
I feel really bad for Neck. Something. I want to know what happened.
He
What,
crashed
why
into
he
the
did
floor,
this.
which decapitated him on impact
Like-
and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob.
Two of my favorite characters.
Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room.
This chapter is really good, but two of my favorite
They
characters are
also
gonna
wouldn't have been
go
able to
away.
return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru?
He couldn't take the risk of the other two going to check the rooms and him not seeing Gundam. That would have been really bad, Kondo. So he had no choice but to go and pretend to hear the alarm. Yeah. It was like made the best out of the worst situation.
I cannot believe something like that.
Sonya was really sad. Like me.
You don't wish to forgive me, do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever! Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
Yeah, I don't think it'd be hard to get an A. Or to get 100 and everything. Looks like it's fairly straightforward to get 100s. If you know what you're doing. If you already know how it goes. After voice. It'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results. You guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right. The one who killed the robotic Nekomaru is the amazing Funhouse. Was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice!
Yay. I said that all without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true that the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. Can't finish yet until we hear it from Gundam. No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
Fall, my tears.
Why do you want to talk to one who has lost? The loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well.
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. Correct.
How pitiful.
You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too, must be the will of causality.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain. Fine then. I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the Funhouse. And I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent, and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away, or even called for help. But he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you.
He was serious too. He gave it all. He gave it his all to try and kill me. Huh? If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would have never known why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a burden.
And what is your reason? Do Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I do not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
That is...
Why? Why did you fight? We are all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intentions of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell you this.
However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. This is abandonment. Oh, that is abandonment. A mere feeling of resignation. Wait, are you telling us to just wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Huh? Do you mean that you'd rather die?
Fall, my tears.
Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life. That's just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard of the term dog eat dog? Cannibalism? Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at that point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well!
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf this world.
If the world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy toward life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of my natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying all that just to justify what you did?
But
But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall, my tears.
Even so, don't you think it's a better alternate than slowly starving to death here?
Oh,
That belief is why you committed your crime?
you...
Hey, what about the final death room? You do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well,
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that... Well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitting your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? Can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam Tanaka.
Just who do you think I am? I am Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like dust in the wind.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10,000 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible. Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that. Now, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It is about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yay, got it. I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka. Oh god.
Please wait.
This is just too much.
I beg of you.
Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
Huh?
Miss Sonia, please, I beg of you.
How pitiful.
Anya, an act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself. Gundam. It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind. However,
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
yeah. I think if I was off stream, I wouldn't watch this. Oh god. Did I have to shoot him? Gundam! No. No! Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chest. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstood what he meant? And what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
Damn it. Damn it! So pissed off. I need to throw something.
Damn it!
You all spent so much time worrying about each other. Thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all full of crap. Every last one of you. But the biggest piece of crap is me.
Worst.
Why am I so weak?
Oh.
It's such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. I'm sure Nagito will agree. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us. Oh, she's crying. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey!
So how long are you guys gonna stand around chattering? The class trial is over, so it's okay for you to hurry back over to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual. Make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on. How much longer are you gonna keep doing this? Seriously, how long is he gonna keep doing this? How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
Alright, after feeling down for so long, finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food.
Hey!
Hold on a sec. The mood shift is too damn fast.
It's not like that.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right?
Huh.
She's certainly something else. But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
Then let's go back for now and eat. And then, after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Right?
And then, let's do our best again. Chiaki, you're precious. Please don't get killed next chapter. Yeah, you're right. With this, the class trial has come to an end, and once again, we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished. But despite that, even if it was just for the rest of us, we did our very best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, optimism was only superficial, but at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. What did you read, dude? Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. And before everyone else, too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
Well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters. Or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this.
damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all, even if it costs
It's
me my
obvious.
life. For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this. I feel like he's gonna be the killer, but again, I thought Kazuichi was definitely the killer that time, and now... Alright, Monokuma has arrived. Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming. Why, it's the lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone tonight, too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary. I see, so you can tell. Perhaps you found out who the traitor is. You know me well.
Well,
Is what I like to say, but unfortunately, I haven't learned that yet. I see. So even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So why'd you summon me anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love?
hey,
I summoned you because there's something I really needed to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room. Oh yeah? What about it? There was information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What? What's weird?
you don't
Well.
even know?
There's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person. The total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hope Speak Academy, right?
Of course.
That's right. I just reused that stuff from the former headmasters. The former headmaster spent a lot of time making. This file even contains information about the traitor. Was that person also a former student of Hope Speak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder.
Hey,
Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
Well,
That's not my point.
right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up.
Well, you're splendidly correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? Just like Monami after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No.
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation's lackey who's putting you guys through all this awful stuff. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know. I don't know, I like this very much. Cooperation? Oh, cooperation?
Hey,
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
That's the case. What happened to the hope, dude? That's the case. I might be able to cooperate somewhat too. I thought he was all about hope!
right?
Why is he all about despair now? However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's a big no-no.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you, too.
Well,
Oh yeah, it's Emily. Wow, I knew you would say that. Besides, I just wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on. Just as I thought, you saw right through me.
you're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepladders such as myself in despair exist. You're right, you're a true believer of hope after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about. But if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, they must be extremely unlucky.
Like...
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about, Akira, but don't explain any extra information, please, or I'll time you out. Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
Huh?
you don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, it won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. That's fine. I just want to play the game, dude. I'll become an existence that could even be called ultimate hope. The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey,
There's one more thing I wanted to ask you. I think he's talking about Makoto, but I don't know.
see?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Huh? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is this person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey,
Answer my question.
That's...
That's the case. That person is already on this island. Wouldn't that be exciting? Interesting. That was interesting. How many days left? I still don't know what this countdown is.
Danganronpa.
Alright. Am I gonna be? I'll be okay. Just, you know, it's like when you read a sad book or watch a sad movie. Watch a movie where, you know, something sad happens.
Danganronpa.
Just, I don't know. This caught me off guard. I don't know. Great chapter. Fantastic chapter. But, yeah. I'm like, I don't know if I want to play Danganronpa tomorrow. Because I'm just emotional. I'll probably feel better after a bit. But, yeah. I'm so glad that I did Gundam's free time events. I think it's pretty unexpected. I think like I still feel that Kazuichi is a more obvious candidate at the start. Maybe later on less so, but then nobody else is really that obvious, I'd say. I did, yes. I mean, you know, I don't wish death on anyone. I would really like Gundam to be alive. All I'm saying is if Chiaki dies next chapter, I don't know if I'm gonna want to play Danganronpa for a very long time. Like, if I play tomorrow and I get up to the investigation and Chiaki is dead, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because then all of my favorite characters would have died. Like, Fuyuhiko is cool. And then Sonya is cool, but my 4 favorite characters are Gundam, Chiaki, Ibuki, and Nekomaru. So I don't know. Frick, dude. Really good trial. Really well thought out murder. Very sad. I don't know. Choose to believe that Gundam did it to you know, help us out. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the game left it a bit ambiguous on purpose. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing happened here. Lex plays. Jeez. I'm just hoping Chiaki lives to the end, dude. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'll probably stream it tomorrow. I'll just have a day to recuperate. It was a very good session. Danganronpa.
Danganronpa.
I don't know what's gonna happen. Nagito sounds like he's about to do something awful, and I'm worried, but we'll find out. So yeah, I'll probably be doing some more tomorrow if runs don't plan out, and if not, then I'll do some more on